A lot of people choose not to see it. They like being in darkness. They like sitting in darkness.
Took the language, took the culture, took the heritage.
Everything.
Everything. So you just a blank people.
There you go, baby. A blank people.
No people.
Which is what? Dead.
Yeah.
Dead people. Greetings, 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 everyone. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Shabbat? Today is July 16th, 2020. August 16th. Where am I at? August 16th. See, we moving fast. You didn't catch it either, did you?
Yes, I caught it.
Today is August 16th, 2025. And this is the Assembly of the Righteous. We're here every Sabbath on the Sabbath day, going through and understanding the Creator's word and laws. We started going through each week. We started in the book of 1 Samuel, and right now we're in 1 Samuel chapter 17, and we're in part 2. This is part 2, and this is the Assembly of the Righteous of today. And like I said, this is David and Goliath. And right now we're in part 2, and we get ready to get back started on the scriptures and just sharing information according to the scriptures and according to the word. I also wanted to share with you in part 1 for the full version and for the full video on Zoom. We had some interruption. We had some people come in. One person came in, and then another person tried to come in, and I end up having to pause, and in distinction of making a pause, I didn't re-record. So my Zoom my Zoom, which is my video portion, may be cut on portions on a lot of it because we shared a lot of information, and it was, make sure you're on. It wasn't recording. So by not being recorded, you actually go to anybody that's checking this on the Zoom, which is the video, or maybe checking it from Patreon, Rumble, or the live video. You have to probably go to. My first recommendation is Instagram to check out the full information because there was a lot of information shared on Instagram, which is LKHYYM. Or you can go to Facebook and check it out, which is on my Facebook page, which is MI'(CHAEL)HARRIS, which is Mikael Harris. Or you can check it out on YouTube Live for the part 2. We're in part 3 now, on YouTube Live because for some odd reason it starts to buffer and then it goes out. So that happened in part 1. So part 2, it caught a lot of information. So I just want to put that out there right now as we get started with 1 Samuel chapter 17, part 2, which is about David and Goliath. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and recap when Goliath was coming back 40 days. I'm going to give you one point where it's taking me there. In verse 15 of 1 Samuel 17, it states something, in 16 that is, it states something that everybody may not understand. It says, and the Philistine drew near morning and evening and presented himself 40 days. Meaning that he came presenting himself in the morning time and in the evening time, what we call afternoon, but in the evening while the sun is going down. So while the sun was rising, he presented himself. And at certain times while the sun was going down, he presented himself. A lot of people look at this morning and evening, they think it is night. A day, the Creator said a day is the evening and the morning, which is the morning and the evening, which is from the going down of the sun, which is even. From the peak of the day and the going down of the sun is evening, and morning, which is the rising of the sun. You got to put things in order. And he did it for 40 days. All right. Then over here, David ended up hearing the conversation. So verse 26, that was verse 15, I believe it was. Yes, no, verse 16. That was verse 16. Over here at verse 1 Samuel 17, verse 26. Nope, I'm gonna hit 31st first, so we can kind of get on with the story. Verse 31, which is we're going to 32, but verse 31 states, where we ended at in part 1. It says, 1 Samuel 17 and 31 states, and when the words were heard, which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him. He sent for David after what the people heard what David said. But now let me give you what David said in verse 26. Verse 26 says, and David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth the Philistine, and taketh away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living Yah? And you do not really hear Yah's word being spoken or mentioned unless Samuel is speaking it. And as we speak, and they kind of occasionally bring the Creator's name up, or occasionally bring up his word. But this is one of the first time you see somebody bring up Yah, God. Excuse me. This one you start to see his name being pronounced. Right? So that happened then, and the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall the man be done. Let me tell you what happened on that point. At verse 25. It says right here in verse 25, what will happen for whoever killed him? What happened is this. And it shall be that the man, this is the middle of 25, which I started beginning of 25. And the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel he is come. He came up. Now what was said is this. And it shall be that the man who killeth him, and who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. Then that's when David spake to the man that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and take him away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living Yah? And that's what it was. And when the words were heard, which verse 31, and when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him. Saul sent for David. David kills Goliath. Now we get ready to go into this point of the version of the book. Verse 32. Verse 32. And David said to Saul, David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with the Philistine. See that? David had heart. Let no man's heart fail because of him. David said that. Because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with the Philistine. Thank you, baby. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. You get with that? No, go ahead, baby. I almost forgot. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. That means he's been fighting a long time. And David said unto Saul, thy servant, keep his father's sheep, and David said unto Saul, thy servant kept, thank you, baby, thy servant kept his father's sheep, And there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out of the flock. A lion
And a bear.
and a bear and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by the beard and smote him and slew him. You see what David said? David telling you, I got clout. I know what I can do.
And bears.
Say what, baby?
I'm going after lions and bears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he said both lion and bear.
Uh-huh. David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear. He didn't say it was at the same time or not, but this is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose again, I caught him by the beard and smote him and slew him. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear. And this uncircumcised, oh, there we go, right here, boy. That's what I like. We talking like that there. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear. And this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them. See that? Seeing he has defiled the armies of the living. Boy, that's what I'm going to bring to my eye. See, he's speaking in Yah's name. Yeah. You ain't really start hearing him speaking. Nobody's speaking in his name up until this point except for Saul. Not Saul, Samuel. The armies of the living God. The living. You see that? What does this TV and stuff show you in this day and time? Death, dying, killing, murdering. That's the day we in. That's what they show you. That's what you are adapted to. Murder, kill, shoot, talk, all the negative speaking and all that. That's what y'all are accustomed to. When I say y'all, I'm talking about the world. Y'all accustomed to all that negative killing and slaughtering and murdering, and y'all are not only accustomed to it, you are adapted to it. I remember seeing that when I was in Europe. It's scary. I ain't want to come back over here. I had to come. But that scared me. I ain't gonna lie about it. Verse 37. David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion, Yah that delivered, you see how he talking for Yah now? See, he's talking in the name of Yah. That's why I say David's a man after my own heart. David said, moreover, Yah that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. He's talking in the name of Yah. Boy, that give me shivers, boy, make me think about David. Go and Yah be with thee. You see that? Let me get all this right here. See, the whole thing is, look at how David is speaking. David is speaking positive. He's not scared. And this is energy. I'll be trying to get y'all to understand. I begin trying to get people to understand. You got to have positive energy. You can't go nowhere scared. Can't be talking scared. You got to be positive. You got to be real with what you know, real with what you plan on doing, and you got to know it and speak it into existence. That's how you speak things and make things happen. As long as you get, what does it say? what did he say about lukewarm, a double-minded man? It's nothing. If you ain't positive, that's the whole thing about being positive, being straightforward about what it is. You get what you want. Even the evil does. The people. That's why the Creator said, "A man that come with the imagination in his heart, I'm going to answer him by his God, by whatever it is you think, because you are positive at what you're thinking, or not positive. You are steadfast on what it is, whether you're doing good or you're doing evil. You're going to meet somebody in a certain type of way, or a lot of stuff that come to pass. We speak things into existence." 38. And Saul armed David with his armor, and he put a helmet of brass upon his head. Also, he armed him with a coat of mail. Excuse me, whatever those things are. And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go. And he essayed to go. For he essayed to go. For he had not proved it. So I don't know what the word essayed is. What you doing, woman? You ain't paying no attention.
I'm listening.
What is essayed?
Essayed?
Read that. You can't even read and see what the word is you? What is the word say? And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go. For he had not proved it. And David said to Saul, I cannot go with this. I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David
tested them for battle.
Right.
Okay.
For I have not proved them. And David put them off him. Get this stuff off me. Get this stuff off me. I ain't proved this stuff. I don't know. You gonna take me out here to my death. Y'all get this off me.
You ain't used to that stuff.
That's right. I have not proved them. But the key, now understand what's going on here. Y'all got to understand clues and sequences in what's happening. See, David knew himself. For I have not proved them, and David put them off. David said to Saul, with these, for I have not proved them. And David put him off, and he took them off. He took them off. And if you notice, just not only in that point, David took the stuff off, but see, he knew his worth. He knew his character. He knew that if I go out there, I don't know if this will work for me. See, he ain't going with the mindset of not knowing what it is. He going with what he know. David is going in with what he know he's going to do, how he's going to do. He knows what he's going to do. But they trying to put something on. He said, I don't know nothing about this stuff. I ain't proved it. I ain't checked it. I ain't going to take this off. Verse 40. And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth. Here, he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook. 5 smooth stones out of the brook. And put them in his shepherd's bag, which he had, even in a script. I don't know what the script is. And his sling was in his hand. And he drew near to the Philistine. So he went on out there. Verse 41. And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David. He went in and he came on out into David. And the man that bare the shield went before him. That means his armor bearer. And the Philistine came on and drew near to David. And the man that bare his shield went before him. 42. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him. He disdained him. For he was but a youth, and ruddy, and of a fair countenance. See that?
Mm-hmm. Judge the book by the cover.
Yep. Oh, this little red boy. Little red boy, what you gonna do, little red boy?
The red pretty boy.
Yeah, little red boy. Looking all good and stuff. Get on out of here if somebody hurt you. Go. You ain't had a chance to go see no women yet. Boy, get your butt away from me. Go live your life. 43. And the Philistine said unto David, I am a dog.
Uh-oh.
I'm a dog. Rough.
No. David.
That thou comest to me. I don't mean a dog like that, huh?
He said, am I a dog?
Oh, am I a dog? Yeah, thank you, baby. I said, I am. See how we see stuff? Am I a dog that thou comest to me with staffs? And the Philistines cursed David by his gods.
Dang.
And the Philistine cursed David. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. By his gods. By the Philistines' gods.
Mm-hmm. And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air, and to the beasts of the field. Then David said to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword. Thou hast come to me with a sword and with a spear. Oh, yeah, I like what's coming next. And with a spear and with a shield. But I come to thee in the name of Yah of hosts. That's what I'm talking about. Of the armies of Israel whom thou hast defiled. Mm-hmm. But the point is, see who you see what he did. You put the Yah first. Mm-hmm. But I come to say, but I.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
And the power of the tongue. In the name of Yah of hosts.
Speak life over things.
That's right. The Yah of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defiled. That means you cursed us and cursed my father. This day will Yah deliver thee into mine hand. Here you go. 46. This day will Yah deliver thine enemy, deliver thee into mine hand. This day will Yah deliver thee into my hand, and I will smite thee and take thine head from thee, and I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistine this day unto the fowls of the air and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a Yah in Israel. You see that? All the time I've been reading, man, I'm just reading, just hearing not Yah's name, just hearing Yah's voice, it gives me chills. We ain't really been hearing this.
That's the one. Those are the ones that stand strong, 10 toes down.
In Yah's word.
In Yah's word, and not just in the power of His might.
That's right.
I mean, those two coincide together. They work well together.
Mm-hmm.
It's the standing strong. It's the knowing. Because unless you know, you can't stand strong.
That's right.
So it's the standing strong in the word. It's the knowing
and the confidence.
It's the knowing who you are.
Mm-hmm.
The standing strong in the word, and the power of Father's might is what girds those things together and gives you the power to do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the power of the Father's Spirit. It works like that. And when people are strong in it and they stand they stand in it strongly, they see better results. They see results immediately sometimes.
Yep. That's
And once
true.
again, it is the will of the Father that brings about those changes. It is the will of the Father that brings about those changes. Because you can be wanting to do a thing and it's not happening, and you think that the Father's not with you. Sometimes it's just not His will.
That's right.
You're to do His will.
And
It's not
people
to
fail
do
to realize
your
that.
will.
Yeah, that's what people fail to realize. You're right.
You do His will. Okay.
Now we'll hit 46 and 47 again. This day will Yah deliver thee into mine hand, and I will smite thee and take thine head from thee. I will give the carcass of the host of the Philistine this day unto the fowls of the air and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a Yah in Israel. And all the assembly shall know that Yah saveth not with sword and spear. That's what people need to realize. All the people out here got guns and stuff nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Not with sword and spear, for the battle is Yah's, and He will give you unto.
That's
He
right.
will give you into our hands.
Yeah.
You see that? People fail to realize that.
Yeah.
They're too busy. See, they're not used to the Creator working for them.
But that's how Israel always was whenever they went into battle.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really have to do anything but go.
That's it.
All you just got to do is go. Father will fight your battle. You know, whatever your battle may be. You need to understand that when there's things coming against you, or if there's things strong against you, and you first have to know who you are.
There you go.
You have to know who you belong to, and you have to stand 10 toes down in that thing. And sometimes 10 toes down could wear you out, but you're standing 10 toes down knowing who you are and who you belong to. And if it's the will of Father, He wouldn't have put you in a position where you couldn't come out of. He wouldn't have put you in a position where you couldn't come out of. So when you standing 10 toes down and you know who you are, and you know who you belong to, you move in that thing because He put you there for a reason. Just like when David fought the lion and David fought the bear.
Right.
He put him in those positions to get to fight the giant.
To make your number one, to give you the confidence and the strength.
And the strength.
And the knowing.
And the knowing that you could do it. You see how David stood up 10 toes down, in the giant's face, saying that this day will Father deliver you unto me.
That made me feel, baby.
He took you there for that purpose. He took him there for that purpose, so that he can have the confidence. If you can kill a bear, and if you can kill a lion with your bare hands, then I'm sending you this giant, and after this giant, you're gonna know who I am. And he already knew who he was.
Yes, that's the key.
That's what I'm saying. So when you know who you are, and you know who you belong to, you know who you serve, and you know the power of His might.
And this is the reason why people of today don't understand. They talk to me well with their mouth and speak to me well with their lips, but their hearts are far from me.
You gotta know.
They don't.
You gotta know.
Just like I talk to them about the stuff that I've been seeing that the Father is giving me. I be looking, I be like, and they can't see. I be like, hey, they can't see. People can't see. They going by their own thoughts. Then I even ask the Father, if the brother is right, let me know. Can you understand? Can you show me what he's saying?
Yep.
Because I said, Father, if I'm wrong about something, please show me. Let me understand what's been going on, what I'm missing.
Yeah.
Some people don't. Some people just go, oh, I'm right, and I know I'm right. Their brothers behind you to tell God, well, no, you're right, and keep it going. No. That's why I've advanced further than the people that the place I used to go to work. I'm just going to say that. I've advanced further than them. Some of them still back staying the same thing and in the same place. They can't see.
Father's Father's not the Yah in the same place.
He's not. We got to grow and expand.
He's moving. He's moving. He's moving. He's always moving. His people are always moving. His power is always moving. But you got to move with him. You got to move with him. He can't be moving and you stagnate.
Exactly. That's the point. But that's what people are today. But they choose. They like where they at. They satisfied. Verse 247. The end of 46. That all the earth may know. I love that. That all the earth may know that there is a Yah in Israel. Verse 47. All this assembly shall know that Yah saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is Yah's, and he will give you into our hands.
He gave Father all the praise, notoriety.
It's everything. It's the Creator.
It's him. He will give you into our hands.
Verse 48. And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran towards the army. That David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. He went to him. With the like I keep saying in Troy.
That's some young life.
Yeah. With in Troy, Brad Pitt, Achilles. Go in the bedroom, boy.
I'll take you in that one.
Go in the bedroom.
You're going to sleep.
Going to sleep at the bed. Go on there and get some rest.
Take you in that.
You sit up on the table and fell asleep. Where was I at?
Get your rest, son.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about Troy. When Achilles was running at the beginning of the movie, that big old guy, he threw 2 spears and he was coming. Achilles came in and stabbed him right down in the throat, and I think he pierced his heart. Came up and started walking. That guy said, and fell. Here's my scepter. Give this to your king, whoever he is. That ain't my king. I'm just working for him. He ain't say that part, but that's all he doing.
You in this story.
Man, yeah, that was one of my favorite, not Trojan, even though it's about Trojan horse, but it's one of my favorite kind of movies like that. He played that movie. And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran towards the army to meet the Philistine. 49. And David, for anybody that may be just coming, we're in 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 49. We're in part 2 of the information here. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slanged it. Took one of them smooth stones and slanged it. And smote the Philistine in his forehead. He got 5 on, but he only needed 1.
He did it with 1 stone.
1 stone. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slanged it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face, just like when Witchcom did. Verse 50. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone. With a sling.
It's a slingshot.
And with the stone. The Benjamites was good for that though.
Ready slingshots?
They was good with them slings. It would have been good. They could hit some real good. They used to talk about that. And smote the Philistines and slew him. Not saying David was but David, he was of Judah.
Yeah.
But the Benjamites was good with them slings.
That's something that's good to know. We need to talk about that later.
And smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. See there? He ain't had no sword. He had Yah. Yeah. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword. See there? and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath thereof and slew him and cut off his head. So I guess when he fell, he took his thing out and he threw him because he was out.
Mm-hmm.
Took his sword, but David didn't have one, and drew it out of the sheath thereof, and slew him and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled. They were supposed to bow.
So wait a minute.
They were supposed to bow.
They's too scared to bow.
Mm-hmm.
Look, wait a minute.
I'm listening.
So he took the giant sword?
Yeah. That was supposed to be.
Small.
I know that.
So
but
how
they
did
was
he
supposed
get
to
that big old sword?
If it was that big, it was big like wherever they said it's supposed to be. Wait a minute, hold on, let's see something.
Big.
Hold on, let me see something.
Was.
Hold on 1 second. He talked about but that's all David right there.
That's righteous indignation.
Here you go right here. Verse over here, verse 4. 17 and 4 it states. And there went out a champion of the Philistines. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines. This is the beginning of 17. This is 1 Samuel 17, verse 4. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines named Goliath, of Gath, whose height was 6. Let me circle that. Whose height was 6 cubits and a span. And he has a helmet of brass, and his head upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail. And the weight of his coat was 5,000 shekels of brass. And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders. 7. And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam. The staff of his spear, so that was a spear, was like a weaver's beam, and his spear's head was weighed 600 shekels of iron, and one bearing a shield went before him, and he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel, and said unto them, why are ye come out? Okay, they don't talk about his sword. They don't talk about how big his sword is. That was the beam.
He was 9 feet 9 inches tall.
Well, that's all I thought it was, 9 feet 9 inches. Mm-hmm. Glad my baby did the research. So Goliath was 9 feet 9 inches tall. Mm-hmm. Where you get it from?
Biblical figure was likely not the tallest man ever. He probably wasn't the tallest man ever, but they said Goliath was, we'll say, what was Goliath's height? Goliath's height is given as 6 cubits and a span in the Masoretic text, which translate to approximately 9 feet 9 inches tall.
9 feet 9 inches. Thank you, baby, for doing that. That's why I need you with me, baby. See why I need you here with me? I appreciate that. Now we got some understanding.
Look at this one.
When say it loud where you can hear. Read it. Go ahead and read all that down. Read it.
However, some older manuscripts, like the Dead Sea Scrolls, give his height as 4 cubits and a span, which is about 6 feet 9 inches tall.
Dang, 6 feet 6'9". Yeah, we got a lot of 6'9" walking around today.
Yeah, that's tall.
Yeah, 6'9", but 9 feet was tall.
9 feet, yeah.
9 feet was tall. So it never said anything here about his spear, about his sword. They talk about his spearhead. So it's not. We looking at the thousands and stuff like that, but it might not be as much as we think. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
The word thousand, we think like thousand, but it might be just 1,000 of. It might be a pound. Who knows? You just got to look into it to find out. So where we at right now? Oh, we just read in verse 4 to find out about his spear, because David, it said right here, there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore, David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath. Therefore, and slew him and cut off his head. Now, look how tall Saul was. See how tall Saul was, because they said Saul was tall because he was over everybody from his shoulders on up. Ask how tall Saul was. Now, this would get me. If Saul was supposed to be tall, and at one point, this is said that he was 6'9", Goliath. But at another point, I can see 9 feet plus whatever. I can see that being tall. But Saul was tall too. But let's see what Saul's height was supposed to be.
While the Bible doesn't get, okay. Saul, the first king of Israel, was described as being a head taller than anyone else in Israel.
Yeah.
While the Bible doesn't give a specific height in feet or meters, this suggests he was over 6 feet tall. According to Wikipedia, this height was significant and played a role in his portrayal as a leader, though he ultimately failed to live up to that leadership. That's
the reason why David is the king. He did fail. But the key is this: if he was about 6 feet tall, 6'9" shouldn't have been that much of a scare to him. Shouldn't have been that much of a scare to him. It shouldn't have been that much of a scare to him. If he's 6 something and a person just a little bit like 6'9", that shouldn't have been that much of a scare to Saul. Shouldn't have been. I can't say what. I'm just saying shouldn't have been. But 9 feet, that would be a little bit more of a scare. I would agree to that. So we just got a little bit of information from Google on some maybe some height.
Yeah.
Just get a better understanding, and thank you, baby, for being here and sharing that. Now let's get back over here to verse. I think we was at the end of 51. It says, we'll go with 51. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath. Therefore and slew him and cut off his head. Therewith, and when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled. They were supposed to bow, because he said, if we win, y'all gonna serve us. If I win, y'all if I win, y'all gonna serve us. But if you win, we gonna serve you. He said that, but they ran. They supposed to bow. 52. And the men of Israel and of Judah arose and shouted and pursued the Philistines until thou came to the valley and to the gate of Ekron. And hold on, let me go make sure I get this. And the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way of Sha'arim, even unto Gath, and unto Ekron. These are certain places in this time. So like we have certain cities that have certain towns, and like here in Detroit. In Detroit, we got in part of Detroit, we got Highland Park, we got what's the name over there? Highland Park and East Side, West Side, Highland Park. Dang, I can't think of the other spot over there. What's the where the Indians at? Not the Indians, but I can't think of the other one. Dang, over there off of not too far from here. Oh man, I can't think of the name of the other spot.
You said Highland Park and what?
Highland Park is another part of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
We got the East Side, we got the West Side, we got Hamtramck. That's what I'm thinking of. Hamtramck. Then you got Dearborn. Dearborn is where a lot of the Indians are located. So all this is a part. You're like you say Atlanta. Atlanta got a lot of different parts to it. You got Norcross. But they say it's part of Atlanta. But you got Norcross. You got West End. You got Norcross. You got where did I stay? I stayed in a lot of them. West End. You got East Point. You got all these different places in Atlanta. See, just like that, and that's where all these names are locations in these certain areas. That's all they are. So it says in 52, And the men of Israel and Judah arose and shouted and pursued the Philistines until thou come to the valley and to the gates of Ekron, and the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way of Sha'arim, even unto Gath and unto Ekron. Verse 53. And the children of Israel returned from chasing after the Philistines, and they spoiled their tents. Remember, they was on two mountains, and then they meet down in the valley. So they was on mountains. I guess they was set up out there as well. So they spoiled their tents. Verse 54. And David took the head of the Philistines. Here go David. And David took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem, but he put his armor in his tent. So he kept that. They gave it to him. So I'm gonna keep this. I don't blame him neither. But he put his armor in his tent. 55. And when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistine, he said unto Abner, the captain of the host of Abner, Abner, whose son is this youth? And Abner said, as thy soul liveth, O king, I cannot tell. Whose son is this youth? And when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistines, so that was before. Now you got to understand the points. Now he's seeing David go. Now David is leaving from him with the stuff, and he said, as he go forth, he said, whose son is this youth? Whose son is this getting ready to go fight this Philistine? See, people don't understand. Now they probably look at this as now they're speaking to him. Who is this now that he done did it? But no. It says, and when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistine, that's when he was going out towards him. Make sure I put this like this. And when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistine, he said to Abner, the captain of the host, Abner, whose son is this youth? And Abner said, as thy soul liveth, O king, I cannot tell. That means he didn't know. He didn't know. Let me go ahead and get that right there too. But yet still, Jesse sent him 10 cheeses or something like that. He sent him some cheese. Yeah. Did he? Mm-hmm. Here, take this on to Abner the host. I don't know who he is. Verse 56. And the king said, inquire thou whose son this the stripling is. Wow. Inquire whose son the stripling is. Now, let me ask a question before we even get there. But no, David had already came to Saul. Mm-hmm. We read it last week. David played music for Saul. Right. But David went back to take care of the sheep while this situation was going on, while they was out, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. David, see, we got to follow the story
and he was a young boy, and he kept his father's sheep. And that was his. That was his job. That's what he did. Mm-hmm. And he occasionally played
for the king. Right. So he occasionally played for the king. But then when the Philistine came, they all went out. So he had no reason to be at the castle now because they're out there. There, you got to understand the story. See, people don't read and study. This is what we call studying. When you get in and study, you can start to see things for what it is. So last week in chapter 16, this is when David ended up, what did I call it? I call in chapter 16 last week, it was David anointed king. But this is when the spirit that the father gave a evil spirit, he took the good spirit from Saul, it's still a spirit, and gave him an evil spirit. Now an evil spirit would start to come upon Saul, and David would come. They found the man that was a cunning player, whatever, which was David. He came and he played for him. Now that they going out to the Philistine, now he had to leave and go out there. Now he go out there. I think at this time he wasn't in this place. He got a tent out there as well. You know how they do when they have war. They show it on TV all the time. They ain't in that place of where they home. They got tents set up. They go in and out the tents. Okay, we're going to take this fort. We're going to do this and we're going to do that.
Making that plan.
Right, the plan's in the tent. So now he got his own tent where he's at. David and them, they come and they give him report. Not David, but people come and give a report. David, he went back and he taking care of sheep and stuff. So now his father, the three oldest son of Jesse, they're with Saul. So now Jesse sends David to go, okay, take these to your brother and give the captain of the host these 10 cheeses. Give him these. So David go do that. Now they there. Now they talking. David over here. Wait a minute. Where it said David heard of that?
What? David.
And when the words were, oh no, that's over
David
here.
hears Goliath's challenge.
Exactly.
That's in that's verse 22.
Yeah, exactly. Verse 22 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
23. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion. Okay, right here. Yeah. Verse 23. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistines of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words, and David heard them. Now David heard what they said, what he was saying, all the stuff that he had been talking about, all the stuff that he been saying against them. Who's going to come up and do this and do that? Now David heard it.
David heard the challenge.
And he heard the challenge right there. So now, over here in 56, and the king said, inquire thou whose son this stripling is. This stripling is. Inquire who this stripling is.
Little man.
This little man is. And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, and now, while they gone, now David is coming from the slaughter of the Philistines. Right. Abner took him and brought him. See, now this is how you put things in order. Right here at 55, Saul is wanting to inquire why he's going out to go to the battle. Now, Abner is like, I don't know who that is. Now Saul is telling him, go check and find out whose son that is. This young man coming in with all this vigor and he's hyped and he done beat a bear and he beat a lion and he did all this. Go find out about him. Some people will probably just read that and be like, oh, okay. You know, they don't pay no attention. They don't read to study the stories. But what we do, we study here. We learn here. We understand what the scriptures is saying here. And the king said, inquire thou whose son this stripling is. 57. And David returned from the slaughter of the Philistines.
And as David returned.
Thank you, baby. And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, Abner took him and brought him before Saul. So even though he played for Saul before, say Saul probably didn't pay no attention. Okay, he'll come and play for me and whatever. And he just was doing whatever he's just another person doing whatever. He didn't get to know David. He didn't get to know David. He just come in, he played for him and then he left. Mm-hmm. I'm the king. You just come in my presence when I call for you. Mm-hmm. And you leave when I'm done. I'm not saying that's where it was, but it could have been. Yes. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just hypothetically thinking, you know. And it says, and when he held, hold on, 57 again. And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, Abner took him and brought him before Saul with the head of the Philistine in his hand. Woo! I know he gonna be shot. He left without it and came back with the head. Boy, you just left. You just left. I just sent you to go and I want to know about who you is. Now you come back with the head. Boy, I know he was shocked. Think about it. Mm-hmm. We was just saying that, reading that last part the way it read, huh? Yeah. And brought him back before Saul with the head of the Philistine in his hand. And Saul said to him, whose son art thou, young man? And David answered, I am the son of thy servant Jesse, the Bethlehemite. And we're going to end right there for this week. We're going to start at chapter 18 next week. But we're going to get into this a little bit. And Saul said unto him, whose son art thou, young man? Oh, now he called him young. You ain't say you little stripling. He didn't say that.
Yeah.
And David answered, I am.
Because he had the hot head in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
I am the son of Jesse, the Bethlehemite.
So David was a Bethlehemite.
Meaning from Bethlehem. Bethlehem, Judah. So Bethlehem is in Judah. That's just like Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
You see that? Where it said over here, where it said Bethlehem, Judah. It's over here somewhere. I've seen it. What did they say? And David was where it go right there. Verse 12. 17 and 12. 1 Samuel 17 and 12. Now David was the son of the Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah. There's Bethlehem is a city in Judah, huh?
Look.
Look. Let's look in.
Judah.
That's Judah. Bethlehem, right. You got all these places in say, West Manasseh, Ephraim, Dan, Judah.
That's the land of the 12 tribes.
I like this. It's a nice book. Simeon. You see how Simeon's in the middle of Judah? Zanglad, Beersheba. That's in Simeon. Hormah, Gaza's in Judah. Gas right there. Gas right there. Let me just show this to y'all real quick. We're just going to show you a little map that my wife just shared with me, which I'm glad. This Simeon right here. That's Simeon. All this is Judah. And Simeon is in the middle, sits in the middle of Judah. Simeon sits in the middle of Judah, just like Highland Park sits in the middle of Detroit. See that? You see that?
Yeah.
Highland Park is in the middle of Detroit, just like Simeon sits in the middle of Judah. And this is good, though, baby. I'm glad you pulled that up. Baby, I'm so glad you're sitting next to me today. You got Gad, Reuben, Moab. See Moab and the Edomites over here? See all that over there? Syria, East Manasseh, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher. See all that. That's good. I like that.
Okay.
I hope it's accurate, but from what we're looking at, it's good, you know?
Right.
I don't know how accurate it is, but yet still, we have Bethlehem, Judah. So Judah, Bethlehem, it did say Bethlehem's in Judah, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, then. This is how we get to know and study and research and find out knowledge and information. Sit down together. This is what the Sabbath is about. You're supposed to be studying the Creator's Word, getting back close to Him. And that's how you start to study. A lot of people do their own thing. That's why they don't know what they think they know. When I try to share information about the stuff that the Creator has allowed me to come to understand, to know, I try to share. People want to fight, big, but I ain't got. I'm a reason. I'm a reasoner. Let's reason together. I ain't got the time to sit up and argue and debate. I ain't got to debate because what I come to know, I stand on. When I look and find out something, I stand on what I know. If a person don't choose to do one, I can agree to disagree, but I also can listen to learn. Because I'm always trying. Like I said earlier, I don't know it all. I know what I know, but as I know, I grow because I know from the people who I learn from. So that's me. People choose to stay ignorant. People choose to argue. People choose to bicker, fuss, and fight. I ain't got time for that. I've grown from that. I'm all about knowing knowledge and information. And when the Creator allows me to know knowledge and information, that's a plus for me because I come to grow. And if we can grow together, I love it. It talks about in Proverbs, what it says, teach or teach a wise man and he will yet grow the wiser. Teach a fool and you will get a blind. Now I may be saying that in different contexts, but I remember seeing them both. Teach a fool and you get a blind. But you teach a wise man, he'll become the wiser. So my thing is, I thank you Almighty for all you shared, built, and grew with us with what we come to know. And as I say again, in part one, if you look at my full version, which is the video, I see when I thought that it was running, it was actually paused. So if you have my Instagram, which is LKHYYM underscore the juice, please go in there and look for David and Goliath to look at the whole information. If you have Facebook, it has the full information. And my Facebook is MI''CHAEL space HARRIS, which is Michael Harris. Mikael Harris, that is. And this is part 3 of because it's supposed to be in part 2 for YouTube Live, but this is part 3 for YouTube Live because the first one went out practically when we first started. So part 2 came in, and I hopefully that didn't really get buffered as much because this phone right here is beginning to just buffer. And for some reason, I can't pull up YouTube on my other 2 phones now. They X'd out my Juice Pro 2012, and I can't get back into. I can't even re-log into because they got me stuck for some odd reason. But I don't understand why. For YouTube. But other than that, I thank y'all for y'all time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. Now, I was gonna say Cass first. Cass, what is it that you got out of the information today, my brother, that you may want to share with us? My brother Cass, are you there, or are you still dealing with the sister? We love you, Beverly. Hope you're doing well over there. I hope you're listening to the conversation and information.
Yes. Praise God.
Yes, praise y'all. Baby, give us your opinion on what the information and lesson was today. Give us for what you got out of it.
Well, I'm just gonna say it in one sentence. The battle is not yours.
There you go.
It's never yours. David went taking cheese and bread. The battle wasn't his, but he fought it anyway, and he won
With confidence.
with confidence.
That's the key.
And I'm just gonna do a little something. I'm just feeling in my spirit that the battle is not yours. Whatever you're going through, and if it's Father's will for you to be there, understand all you have to do is know who you are, know whose you are. That meaning knowing that there is a Yah, a Father. Knowing that there is who you are in your Father. And not only that, standing 10 toes down, strong in that, and walk. The battle is not yours. All you have to do is show up. David showed up. He showed up in a different way, but he saw that the battle was taking place, and he knew with the confidence of fighting a bear and a lion. Father gave him great confidence. And then the Spirit,
there you go, right there,
moved upon him to let people know that he won and that there is a Father who's allowing that. That Father is the greatest in the land, and that's the purpose of all of us. When we do his will, is to show people that it is his will.
Yep.
And that his will be done.
That's why I don't worry about nothing. In my court cases, how's I standing, baby?
10 toes down.
In my court cases, I didn't worry.
Who he is. Knowing who he belongs to and who his Father is. And people may see it a different way. You know, we because we don't know. Because we don't know who we are. We don't know who we belong to, and we don't know how to stand in that.
In Yah.
In Yah, 10 toes down, strong, knowing that He is, and that He is a rewarder of those that diligently seek Him.
Yep.
And I'm quoting that text. I'm quoting that because the reason why is because David came. He knew so much strong that when he spoke to that Philistine, the words that he spoke came to fruition.
Yep. That's like speaking to existence.
He was in the power of Father, standing 10 toes down. So when you're fighting Father's enemy, and
or when the enemy comes against you,
and when the enemy comes against you, or sickness, or poverty, or everything that is not in the will of the Most High Yah, Father don't like it. Forever, whoever His enemy is, therefore they're your enemy, my enemy. And if you choose to battle, then you battle in the Most High Yah, not in yourself, because you and yourself can't do nothing.
And you don't hear them. You don't really hear much about Yah, God, or whatever. Much when Saul came, you don't hear him speaking much about Yah unless Samuel speak on it.
Yeah.
You don't really hear much about it. But when you start hearing David talk, who is this uncircumcised Philistine defying the army of Yah?
Yep, there you go.
Boy, he came in talking about Yah straight. I'm feeling it. I'm reading it. I'm feeling it.
He know who he
is in Yah, and
he know who he belongs to.
That's right. Because Yah has protected him with a bear, a lion, and he knew it's been a bear and a lion. And I know they stronger than him.
Mm-hmm.
I know he ain't gonna fight no bear, no lion with his hand and grab him by his beard and say, ugh.
That's why he defeated.
He knew who he was.
The giant. That's why he defeated the big man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I felt like that too. When I was going to court, no lawyer, no attorney, stood my ground. Oh yeah, you two may have gotten rid of that, but they ain't got rid of my information, my real information that I got. They may got all my other stuff, but stuff that I got, they can't. Woo! Thank you, Father. And guess who the enemy is today? The system. Guess who has the enemy taught? The masses. The masses can't see. When the Spirit gives an individual information, that individual knows what the Spirit has shown them according to the Word. The people can't see it because they're blind. Mm-hmm. Many people are blind to what the Word is actually saying. But when the Spirit comes upon the person that the Father has anointed, and many of us, because I'm one, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got to sugarcoat that. I ain't gonna, you think I'm gonna sit up here and the Father anoint me and I'm just supposed to say, well, Father ain't anointed me. No, I'm gonna let you know. Yeah. I am anointed of Yah. I'm not saying I'm the only one, but I'm one of His anointed. I feel it. He showed me, and He showed me to share, but it's up to y'all to accept it or reject it, because that was my purpose and that's my promise. If you bring me to the truth, I'll put it in songs and writing and give it to the world. It's up to the world to accept it or reject it. And I'm still learning. I ain't saying I know it all. I'm still learning. But I've come to know a lot in my 30 years. This is my 30th year since my anointing. This is my 30th year since I went through my spiritual awakening in 95. So I know what I know, and I'm still growing. I know I don't know it all, but I'm still growing. And for those who want it, they can have it. Mm-hmm. Those who don't, they won't. Let's leave it at that. I'm thankful for the Father gave me. And I know what I was going to say, what I asked you to say this morning, the conversation this morning, when I used to tell you, hey, baby, you see the clues in here? You said, what you talking about? You remember telling me this morning, what you talking about? You used to tell me that, remember?
Yeah.
Tell me that point of view you was just saying, what you meant by it, if you don't mind.
That, I don't think that was that. I think it was when we were talking about the time.
Oh, the time, yeah, the time. Something we were talking about in part one that a lot of y'all missed because part one the thing was off. But go ahead, baby, say your point of view.
Yeah, I couldn't see what you were saying, and I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? But it was the, and that goes back to what I was saying. Flesh and blood cannot reveal a thing. To it is the power of the Spirit that does the revelation.
That's right.
For flesh and blood, but the thing was that the power of Spirit had to reveal that to me. My eyes had to open and see. Only when you want to see, and how do you want something? Father said, ask. You ask. I've always been one to ask. If you want to know a thing, ask. Knowing that you have it. Ask. Ask and knowing. Don't ask amiss. Ask to know that you want to know. Ask and know that you want to know.
So can I ask how you ask, or how did you come to be about to know that information?
Well, I asked for the revelation. I said, Father, simple. Father, please reveal this to me. It's not what comes out of your mouth. It's what's in your heart.
There you go.
It's what's in your heart. And what your purpose of asking is for. Are you asking just to see if it's real? Because if you're not asking for truth, clarity, and understanding, Almighty gonna know that. The Creator gonna know that. And if you're not ready for that type of truth, the Creator gonna know that also. But when you're ready for that truth, the Creator is going to reveal that to you. Because sometimes you can be ready and something is revealed to you and you'll stand back because you're either, number one, afraid.
There you go.
Number two, you just can't believe it.
That's enough.
So you don't move in the time that you're supposed to. Creator knows when you're supposed to know a thing. And when it's your time to know it, the Spirit is going to reveal it to you.
So how was it revealed to you, if you can remember?
I asked.
Yeah, but how, when you asked and when it came, explain what you think and what you remember according to the time.
It's like when your eyes open up to see what's in the book. This has always been the way for me. I don't know how it is for everybody else, but when I ask for revelation, to understand, I ask to understand. That's what help me to understand this, Father. I want to understand this.
Right.
Then the book opened up to day and night.
Mm-hmm.
It opened up to morning and evening, being the first day. Mm-hmm. It's an understanding that Father gives you that you can't refute. If you don't think morning and evening, what did my word say? There
you go.
My word says morning and evening was the first day.
And people add to it.
And it didn't say anything about afternoon. It didn't say any morning and evening. Morning and evening. It didn't say anything about anything
day,
else.
which is the light period.
Morning and evening is the day. So if morning and evening is a day, where is night involved in evening? Why do you think you got to go from 6 in the morning to 6 p.m.? That's 6 p.m. is evening. That's when evening comes. This is what we're working on the clock.
And we still using the time of man.
Yes.
We say 6 a.m., 6 p.m., 12 o'clock, 12 midnight, 12 is man's time.
Because they want to make it the way they want it to be made.
Exactly, because they are brainwashed. Isaiah 29, 10 through 13. They are under a spirit of deep sleep. They talking me well with their mouth and speaking me well with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. And what's taught to them is taught to them by the precepts of men. Ours are the precepts of men. Noon is the precept of men. Midnight is the precept of man.
Mm-hmm.
All these things the Creator never said. He said the greater light is for day, which is the evening, which is from the evening, starting up the going down of the sun, and the morning is a day. Well, the evening till morning, they still thinking evening, their minds don't get, I said, it doesn't say evening till morning, it says evening and morning. Right. Evening is the latter part of the day, morning is the earlier part of the day. Still is daylight period. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, we got 6 o'clock in the evening, 9 o'clock in, see, they starting to throw time in there.
Right. Father didn't use time.
I tell them, take away the clock.
He used the
take away the time machine. Go ahead, baby.
He didn't use time. He used signs.
There you go.
So if he didn't
say that again, before you say it again.
Father didn't use time.
He used
signs.
Signs.
So
exactly.
If he didn't use time and he used signs, why are we using time?
Baby, you hit it right on the nose. You said sign. What's the sign for day? The light period. Right. What's the sign for night? The darkness. That's a sign. Mm-hmm. These should be for signs, seasons, days, and years. Wow. Sign of the darkness is night. Mm-hmm. The sign of night, shall I say, is darkness. The sign of day is light. The evening and morning is a day. Mm-hmm. First day, second day, third day, fourth day, sixth day, and seventh day. Mm-hmm. Simple. But the people can't see. Their eyes are blind. Yeah, wide shut. Yeah. Can't see for what's being said. The word is right in their face. Oh, well, let's open here. It says this as day. No, we go over when it says here. Yes. Well, let's go over here. That same thing G1 was doing. Yeah. I kept telling him, I'm telling him, well, brother, this is it. Well, what about Alaska? Since we ain't talking about Alaska, we talking about what Alaska got. That was a spirit. That was a spirit.
We're dealing with signs and seasons.
Days
we're not talking about clocks, because clocks were invented by man. Mm-hmm. So signs and seasons, days and years, they give us New Year in the dead of winter.
Exactly. Say that again. Whoa. Say that again. Talk loud, baby. We got to hear you.
They give us New Year in the dead of winter. So they give us the confusion of new. What looks new
in the middle of winter?
In January, in February, in March. What looks new in December, January, and February? What looks new? Nothing. It all looks cold, old, and dead. So even no matter where you are, nothing is new there. The newness comes when you start seeing new life, new trees,
spring, flowers, trees,
things growing and new things.
Everything.
New. Look at the word new. When you get anything new, it's beautiful. It's shiny, it's clean, it's beautiful. We talking about new. Same thing with the earth. When new things grow, you can see the buds of new things. They have buds. They have little bitty things that are growing up to be big things. No matter where you are, I don't care if you're in Florida or Jamaica or wherever it's warm and no winter, there's always new things growing.
Mm-hmm. And to add with that, no matter where you are in the earth,
yes.
No matter where you are in the earth, the sun will always hit the peak of day.
Yep.
Which is the beginning and the even of the day. The even is you got 1 point going up and 1 point going down. You got 2 parts. Put them together. It's even at the tip. Mm-hmm. That's where even starts. If you know it always says, it doesn't really say evening until you get into the book. But when it says even, that's even. It's 2 even points of the day. When the sun goes up, then it starts to go down. Even. People just don't get it.
But they will.
They will in due time.
Yeah.
But Mikael been shouting it through the rooftop for the longest, and people are not getting it.
They'll get it.
But when they started to get it, they'll say, "Man, okay, I see what he's talking about now. I understand now. We can take the clock away, take time away." That's what you've been programmed by.
Move with Creator's word.
Say that again, baby.
And move with Creator's words. I give you this for times,
Seasons, days,
years.
and years.
He didn't give you a clock to go by. He gave you the lesser light
And the greater
the
light.
greater light.
The days are the greater light. 6 days do all thy work. Oh, I work at night. That ain't got nothing to do
That
today.
ain't day. That ain't day. You out of order if you're working at night.
Say again, bro.
So what's your name? Dr. Hendo?
No, my name is Mikael. I'm that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12. That's what you're listening to. Dr. Hendo, somebody else. He may be another one that may be anointed, but I'm the Mikael in Daniel 12 and Revelation 12. That's my name, my bruh.
He said, they just don't get it. Just like what you just said.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's what you say. You saying that?
That's so
You do?
Yeah.
They just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But hey,
That was fun.
That is it. But you know, when those things are to be revealed, Father will let you know, and He will reveal it to you. But people don't get it. If you want to know something if you think about it, if you really want to know something, ask Father. He'll tell you,
he'll show you too.
and He'll show you. And like I said, if it's your time to know, you will know.
Yeah.
And if you ask with your heart and not with your lip service, because some people want to know to be nosy.
Exactly. Or, hold on, my baby just said something. You just said something. See, 58. Yeah, 58. There you go. She just said something. Repeat what you just said, baby.
Some people want to know to be nosy.
You said people want to know something.
If you want to know something, ask Father.
Uh-huh.
He'll tell you. And I also said, you know, a lot of times when we, you know,
Here you go, right
people
here.
want to know something. When I mean to be nosy, I don't mean to be disrespectful. But what I'm saying is, if I told you a thing, what you gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you just asking me because you want to ask, or are you asking me to put action behind it?
Uh-huh. Now, the reason I said what she said, I'm gonna give you this Isaiah 58. I'm gonna give you, I think, the first 5 verses. Yep. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins." Jacob is dead, Israel, the ones who don't know and out here doing what they're doing, and he's showing them what he's supposed to be showing them. Verse 2, "Yet they seek me daily," see? "Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways.
Of course.
As a nation that did righteousness." As a nation that did righteousness. "And forsook not the ordinance of their father." Oh, all of them think they doing that. All of them think they righteous. You could come to them, bro, do y'all know that the flesh in the stores, we're not supposed to eat? Well, Father, we're not supposed to eat if it's 2 days, if it's older than 2 days. I've got one shutting down. If it's older than 2 days, we're not supposed to be eating it. I like my meat. Oh, according to scripture, we ain't supposed to be eating nothing after 2 days old if it's dead. If it's dead or whatever, what have you.
And we're taking in sickness.
Exactly. But let's keep it reading. "Delight to know my ways as a nation that did righteousness, and forsook not the ordinance of their Yah." So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this real quick. This baby gone. This right here was Instagram. That was Instagram too.
Yeah, you went to
Yeah, I'm at the end. Yeah, I'm past that. I'm past what we supposed to be doing anyway, but we're here. It says, as a nation, delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their Yah. They ask of me the ordinance of justice. They take delight in approaching to Yah, which they do. They think, oh yeah, I know Yah. This and that. I'm living this way. I'm doing this and that, whatever. Wherefore have we fasted? Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not, and you seest not. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and they ain't taking no knowledge. Behold, in the day that your fast, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure. See, a lot of people find pleasure in the day that they're fasting. They doing certain things, whatever. And exact all your labors.
They're doing the things that they want to do. They're not concentrating on why they're even doing the fast.
They're still working on the fast as well. You're still doing labor. You're finding pleasure doing, I'm fasting, but I'm still doing this and that. I'm still doing this and that. But the Father said, have a solemn assembly, a holy convocation. Now, whether you're having a holy convocation with your family or with amongst a group of people, we're not supposed to be out there working. We fasting, but we're not supposed to be working. Why? It's because it's a day of atonement and it's a Sabbath. A Sabbath is a day of rest. Oh, I'm not eating though, but you're not doing what the Creator said. The Creator said it's a Sabbath. Sabbath is the only day that I know, that I understand as rest. Sabbath means rest in the terms that I understand it. When he say the first day and the seventh day is a Sabbath, Sabbath means you ain't supposed to do no work on that day. You ain't supposed to be out there mowing the lawn. You ain't supposed to be doing nothing. Severe work, anything. You ain't supposed to be doing no work. But people are doing these things outside thinking that they were supposed to do or think they can do it just because, he said fast. It says Sabbath. You're supposed to fast and not work. Not work. When he said Sabbath day, that means you ain't supposed to be doing no work on that day. Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure. A lot of people doing stuff. I ain't eating though. I'm fasting, I ain't eating, but you still find pleasure. You're hanging out with friends. You're doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing. You're finding pleasure, but the Creator said have a holy convocation. Come together, fast. This is what that day is supposed to be, but you're doing things outside of what he said. That's mainly what's being said here. You're not doing what he said, so you're not doing according to what he's talking about. Of your fast, ye find pleasure and exact all your labor. Okay, I gotta get home. I gotta make sure this is the problem today. That's why the Father said that he gives you the Sabbath as a day of rest. People will work themselves to the bone. I gotta make that money.
We will.
Of course.
Not them corporate. They're not doing it. They're not working themselves to the bone. Unless they want to.
Unless they want to. But they'll stay on the job forever.
Oh, yeah.
They'll stay on the job forever. Verse 4. Behold, ye fast for strife. And that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people doing it today. They're quick to strife, debate. Oh, that's sin. Y'all fasting to learn, just to debate. Y'all not trying to learn to reason together. We're supposed to be reasoning together to learn, to build, so we can have a nation, we can grow together and build together, and everybody live as one under Yah. Behold, ye fast for strife and debate. See that? Ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist. Oh, I got him. Oh, yeah, didn't I tell him? I told him, didn't I? But this, you see, and that's not how we're supposed to be doing it. It's not about I and me. It's about we and us. Building together, building a foundation so we can live as brothers and sisters under Yah. But people ain't got it right. They don't even realize they're living in hell just by doing it. They sinning when they do that. To fight with the fist of wickedness. See, they're wickedness. They don't even realize it. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day. See, it's a colon there. And it says, ye shall not fast as ye do this day. You ain't supposed to fast like this. You ain't supposed to do that. To make your voice be heard on high. See, when you do fast, The fact, see, the credit is within you. When you fast, he's hearing you because you're getting close to him. A lot of people don't get it. You're getting close to the credit when you fast. To be made your voice be heard on high. Is it such a fast that I have chosen? He says, is this such a, or now, is this such a, now he's asking you, is this such a fast that I have chosen? A day for a man to afflict his soul. A day for a man to afflict his soul. Is it to bow his head as a bulrush and to spread forth sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast, an acceptable day unto Yah? He's asking a question. 6. Is not this the fast that I have chosen? Okay. To loose the bands of the wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke. When you're fasting, you're supposed to be praying for this situation. When I pray for everybody. Blessed be thou, Father of the universe, that bring forth all living creatures forth from the earth. Blessed be thou, Father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Blessed be the Father of Israel. Blessed be the Father of 12 tribes of Israel. I ask him to let us have, blessed be thou, Father of the universe, that bring us forth from the earth. That bring, I can't think. Blessed be, I can't even think of my prayer right now. I'm up here.
You're not praying.
No, I'm not praying because I'm trying to tell you what the prayer. I'm not praying. But I ask him to let us be happy, to let us be happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise, and prosperous in all that we do. That's what I pray. I'm not praying for me. I'm praying for us and all that it pertains to.
Pray for Israel.
I'm praying for Israel, but I start off with the prayer of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel. I pray for all of us. That's how I pray. I'm not praying for me individually. I'm not praying for any individual. When I pray, I'm praying for us all. And I'm putting it out there for us all. Not me as in one person. And not for me and my congregation. Not for me and my only people. I'm praying for us all that we all get it. That ye break every yoke. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry? See, this is what we're supposed to be doing. And that thou bring the poor that thou cast out of thy house, when thou seest the naked, that thou shalt cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh, I mean your own people, and even your children. And even your kindred. Oh, I want to be around him, man. Let me just move. I want to be. We're supposed to be talking to each other, opening arms, talking to each other, giving a better understanding. People see people like me coming there. Oh, I want to see him, man. He gonna be talking about that Bible. Or, man, he gonna be talking stuff, man. Well, he crazy. He don't know what he's talking about. Instead of trying to get an understanding of what's being said. Like I said, we can all agree to disagree, but we don't have to go away because it will be a seed planted that you may disagree with that may come back around later on. You'll be like, man, he was right the whole time. She was right the whole time.
Always.
But if you never get a chance to listen to find out, you'll never know what you're missing. So,
Where's she looking for?
who was she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes, she
Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out of thy house, bring in that to cast out of thy house, when thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh. Verse 8, then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. Your righteousness gonna go before you. See, everything is already spiritual. The people don't even realize it. We're catching up to the spirituality that's already before us. And people don't even understand that. I already understand it. I know me and my wife, we're rich. We're wealthy. We may not see it as a manifest yet, but it's manifesting. And we already know it because we do Yah's will. We know we're the anointed of Yah. We know that. We ain't got to prove it to nobody. You don't have to believe nothing we saying or what have you. We know we're anointed of Yah. We know we're Yah's vessels. I know Yah told me that who he's going to give me. I know this is who he gave me. I know who he gave me because it was told to me. And it came to pass. So I don't even worry about what people say. When I was going to courts, I didn't worry about it. All the stuff I'm doing now, I've talked to, I almost let some go, but I talked to certain people and I let them know what I know compared to what they may be. Yeah, I said, no, this is what it is. I know because I lived it, I sat through it, and I did it. I know. So nobody can't take me from what I know. I know Yah is with me.
That's what David knew.
That exactly. That's what David knew. David knew Yah was with him. That's why he wasn't worried about that uncircumcised Philistine. So we're going to end it right there. I just wanted to go there because my baby made a point, and I just wanted to I love getting scripture to points.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah. But other than that, Cass, is there anything you like to say according to the information or the subject of today? My brother Cass. If not, we can get ready to break.
I'm awake.
Okay.
Not sleeping. It's just that your timing is different from mine.
We got you on that.
So I break out of my class. I'm just fixing up some stuff here.
I hear you.
Yeah. Very interesting information, but I like the part about the night and the day and how you break up the day into two parts. Yeah. But your lovely wife?
Huh?
Fire today.
Yeah, she is.
Spirit of Yah.
Yeah.
David, just seeing David do what he did and hearing him talk about the fire of Yah,
I felt it too.
Yeah,
just reading it.
It moves on you.
But she's going to be here more often on the Sabbath too.
Right. What's next week's subject?
Let's see. It's going to be chapter 18. It's going to be chapter 18. It's going to be, I think, Jonathan. Right here in my book, it says Jonathan's covenant with David.
Mine says a covenant of souls.
Saul becomes jealous of David. David mercies Saul's. David marries Saul's daughter. See, there's a few things going to be going on in chapter 18 next week. Johnson's friendship for David, it was 19 starts at, but 18 said Johnson's covenant with David. So who knows? I don't know. I have to really now that we got past that, now we just have to see what comes out mostly in order to see what the subject is. But we do know we're going to be in 1 Samuel chapter 18 next week. Next Sabbath is going to be in 1 Samuel chapter 18. Now, tomorrow night is open conversation. Tomorrow night is open conversation. Huh?
See, if I have an appointment on Monday.
Yeah, you might not be able to make because you're 5 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
If I stay up, it takes me all the way down to Wednesday to get to recover.
It's about 8.
Yeah, it's about 8:35 your time, ain't it?
Go on appointment yawning like you.
Yeah. It's about 8:35 your time right now, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, because it's 3:35 here now.
Right.
Yes, it's bedtime almost. Is Bev asleep yet?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's time. It's 8:35. Time for her to wind down. Is it dark there yet?
It's just getting dark. Yes.
Yeah.
It's getting dark.
Yeah, that's the best time.
Yes, it's about that time. So yeah, bro, I'm just thankful that we are coming together, that we're together, and that we just. My whole point is about building. You know what I'm saying? Building with understanding. Some people want you to jump in with them where they at, and they're not trying to see and understand what the Creator is saying. They trying to say, well, everybody thinking they one thing, and they want to get mad and go there. I had vision already. I done shared it already. It's gonna be many that's gonna come, or that I'm gonna come to, or that's gonna come, and we're gonna have a con. They're gonna turn and walk away. But I'm gonna turn around, and the youth in the mindset is gonna come in droves. They're gonna start to understand. They're gonna be able to see. And it's not me. It's Yah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Creator.
I also like the parts about when you pray, it's not just, as you said, you alone or just your congregation, but everybody.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
and Sister Jono make a point about opening up their hearts, so the Spirit will then work on you. Because, one of my mentors used to say, "You're wasting your time doing such and such." He said, "But not teach until the student is ready."
That's right.
Yes.
So there's nothing you can do with these people until they open their hearts and minds to this. There's a friend of mine, well, he's not a friend, he's an associate of Bev's, and there was some transaction took place a couple of years ago, but I can remember vaguely that he did get his money back from the company. But he came now, but that Bev don't know anything, can't remember anything. He's telling me that there is some money owing, but I can't find where Bev actually gave it back to him, or directly to him. But I can find where he gave it to Bev and where Bev paid to the company.
Right.
But anyway, says that I was sharing the index with him. Oh, he says, "I can't be bothered with nothing like that. I'm not taking none of that foolishness."
Wait a minute, say again?
I said he can't be bothered with none of that. Ain't got time for it. Not taking on any of that foolishness.
Wow.
I said, that money that you're chasing, in a very short time, that's going to become null and void.
That's right.
Yep. Very short time.
I can't be bothered with that. All I want is my money right now.
A lot of people think like that.
So I just leave him to it.
We are in the season where Father is going to prove us. He's going to prove us to a point of, will you go or will you stay? He's going to prove us to the point of, I set before you life and death.
Yep.
He's going to prove us to the point of, what are you going to do? That's what he's going to prove it. And it's very, like you said, in a very short time. Because we've been living, and the way that we've been living for so long, that a lot of us don't know how to live any other way, or don't want to choose to live any other way. Some of us are actually comfortable in our punishment.
Yep.
They don't mind the punishment. The punishment isn't that bad. But it was put before you for a reason.
And you know what my baby just said? What came to me in scripture right here. Daniel chapter 12, verse 9 and 10, it states, "And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end." This is where we at right now. It's sealed to the time of the end. Verse 10 says, many shall be purified and made white. Many. So a lot of people out here who think they're working for Yah. We just got through reading out of 58, Isaiah chapter 58. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. The key is tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. But the wise shall understand. And that's in many different ways.
Yeah.
That's in the word we talking about right now. That's in night and day. That's in everything that's going on when it comes to the wicked ain't going to understand. And they ain't going to think they wicked. These are people who think they know the word, that's walking and they talking about other people. That will make them wicked. Oh, that he don't know what he's talking about. That will make them wicked. See, I understood through the scriptures a few weeks ago as we was reading, when they was talking, perfect example, when Saul became when Saul became king, people was bringing him gifts, and yet some people said they ain't bring him no gift. They said, "Who is this gonna come and is he gonna be our king, or is he gonna win our boys?" And then after Saul went and won the first battle, the people like, "Who is the ones who said that he's not going to do this and that? Let's bring him here. Let's kill him. Let's." And Saul said, "That's all right. We did enough killing for today." Saul saved their life. See, that's what I meant by studying scripture. When you study, you come to knowing this. It retains when you read. Am I right, baby? Wasn't that what we read?
Yeah.
And we in the day right now where many is going to be purified. It has been purified and made white. But a lot of them is wicked in their actions and in their deeds and the things they do by their actions. But other than that, you got anything one more time you want to say before we go, Cass?
That's it for now.
Well, hope if we don't see you tomorrow night, hope we see you Monday night. But don't forget, starting in September, we're starting our solving introductory to solving class of knowledge at 6 p.m. our Eastern time. Just to let you know.
Was it 23rd of September?
The 2nd of September, the first Tuesday in September.
Where did I see 23? I'll have to go back and look. Something under your, oh no, I think it's further down. Like different weeks. Must be that. So how is it going? Oh no, you can sign out and then I'll come back.
Okay, we'll take it from here. So right now we're gonna do the smile. Ready, baby? You wanna sing it with me? I like when you sing it with me too. Right now we're gonna, but first before we do that, I got to let it be known that I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who's living in the new, this is for you. I'm the same Mikael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwelled, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see, that Mikael is really me. I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. We're going to smile our way out to end the session for today. We hope to see you back here next Sabbath at 12 p.m. evening, beginning of the evening, or we call noon, which is the evening. And we'll see you then. Other than that, Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Baruch Shekebo Akuto Iolam Vahem. Hallelujah. Hear, O Israel, Yah Father is one Father. Blessed be thy glorious kingdom forever and ever. Hallelujah. Thank you, Father, for reading of your word. Thank you for the lesson of the day. Thank you for all you've done, been doing and plan to do. We thank you, we praise you, we bless you for all you brought us to and all you brought us through. Allow us to retain your information, retain your word, retain your law. We bless you, praise you, and thank you for all things. We ask you to lift the spirit of deep sleep from off of us and help us in every way. In your holy word we pray. Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. Thank you, Father. So, for anybody else who decide to come or connect with us, You can always call or text me, Mikael Harris, at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. Or you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. You can always connect with me on Twitter, Twitter X or X Twitter, and also on my YouTube page, which is Juice Pro 33. That's JUICEPRO 33. That's my YouTube, and also my X Twitter, which is Juice Pro 33, all together, condensed together, and also my Instagram and my TikTok. This is one of my TikTok, and my Instagram is LKHYYM underscore THE, excuse me, JUICE. That's LKHYYM underscore THEJUICE. That's one of my Twitters and also my Instagram. My other Instagram is, or should I say my other Twitter? Yeah. TikTok is what I meant. See, I'm getting tired. TikTok and Instagram is what I meant for that. And also my other TikTok which is you put @ excuse me, Michael the Juice Harris. That's @ MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS all together. And my TikTok as well. Did you check the mail? We got mail today.
We did.
Also, you can also check my Facebook. My Facebook is LKHYYM underscore. No. My Facebook is Mikael Harris. That's MI'CHAEL space HARRIS. That's LKHY. Where my mind at? I don't know who that is. Somebody making a pickup? Okay. My bad, y'all. My Facebook again is MI'CHAEL space HARRIS. Last but not least, I think I got everything. My full version, which is the Zoom, will be on YouTube video. Now on the live, we got part 1 and part 2, but today I believe we have part 3. But the video would be the Zoom on YouTube and also on Patreon and Rumble. It's Patreon and Rumble.com/LKHYYM. That's /LKHYYM. Excuse me, y'all. I think it's time for me to go and lay down again for my rest for the day. Other than that, me and Cass going to do a little bit of chopping it up in a few moments. So I'm just going to pause you. Oh, last thing but not least, got to give you the platforms I'm on and when I'm on, the days that I'm on. I like to start on the first day, which is actually going into the actual second night of the week, truthfully. But we'll say the way the world is saying it. Sunday at 9 p.m. I put it like that. Sunday at 9 p.m. We're here with Fight Fire with Truth. There's Fight Fire with Truth on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we're here on Mondays with Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. There's Mikael's Knowledge of Truth on Mondays right here at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Then on Tuesdays that's coming is Freedom NGO Group. That's Freedom NGO Group. My mind is going. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting tired. Woo! You heard me say Freedom NGO Group?
Yeah, it's time for you to rock.
Yeah, it's time for me to get off. I'm almost gone, y'all. Sundays at 9 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. and Zoom at 9 p.m. Freedom in Fight Fire with Truth on Sundays. Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Mikael's Knowledge of Truth on the same platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Zoom. On the Sabbath, we're here on same platforms. Freedom. That keep trying to come out. Sovereign class. Where we at today? Assembly of the Righteous on the Sabbath at 12 p.m. noon on the Sabbath. 12 p.m., which is noon on the Sabbath, Eastern Time. And then on coming up in September, we're going to be on Tuesday nights freedom introductory to sovereign class of knowledge on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And then once we get through the sovereign class of knowledge, once you're done and got into your office, then we're going to move to Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on freedom sovereign class of knowledge. Excuse me, I went through a big blank was going on for a minute. A big blank was coming over me. So that's going to be on Wednesday. That was going to be for the one, I call that gates of heaven. Freedom sovereign class of knowledge is the gates of heaven, which you will become free at this point in time. Other than that, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. We'll put you on pause, Cass, that you seen what just happened. I don't know if there was a spirit or what coming on me, but I couldn't. It was just coming on me for a moment. But Zoom and video, we'll be right back. I love you. Appreciate love you. We'll be right back. Peace. Hold on, Cass.
Recording stopped.
All right. Now, for Facebook, I thank you for your time, your patience. Oh, no, I think this is Facebook went out. This is Instagram. I'm glad you're still here. Woo, that goes to show where my mind was. Instagram got everything, as always do. Thank you, baby.
You should have had that earlier.
Yeah, I should have had this earlier. I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Love you, appreciate love you, and I'll see you soon. Peace. So that was Facebook that went out. I'm up here thinking that it was Instagram. Instagram is up here kicking live and healthy. And we go. Now, YouTube Live. I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you, and always. Peace. This baby is hot, too.